In this video, we will be talking about the ICT Silver Bullet strategy, which is an intraday trading model based on an early window in which price targets the liquidity. Silver Bullet happens 3 times a day. One is a London session Silver Bullet, second is New York AM session Silver Bullet, and the third is New York session PM Silver Bullet. In this video, we will be specifically focusing on the London session Silver Bullet. London session Silver Bullet time vary from the 3 a.m. New York local time to 4 a.m. New York local time. You have to remember that whenever we will be talking about the time using the ICT, we will always talk about the New York local time. New York local time right now has the time zone UTC -4, but it changes in I think March, then it changes to UTC -5. To avoid the time confusion, always use the New York local time on TradingView. Can be UTC -4 in some season and other season UTC -5. Okay. What we have to do at 3 a.m. New York local time, we have to watch the price closely. Like if price is going up, if you have a bias, then it's very good. If you don't have a bias, potential bias for the day, you can trade using the silver bullet strategy. But if you have a bias, then it will be easy for you to target the directional trade. Like this price is going bullish, and we need to mark the recent draw on liquidity. What are the draws on liquidity? The recent highs and lows. First low is sitting here. This is the recent sell side liquidity, and the second high is sitting here. This is the buy side liquidity. So at 3 a.m., new candle opens. You have to watch closely. Either price goes up, sweeps the high, or price goes down, sweeps the low. If price is bullish, mostly price will go down to target the low. And when price sweeps the low, this is when price has swept the nearest draw on liquidity, then we will expect the price to move up and target the next draw on liquidity in the direction of the day. So if price has swept the sell side liquidity and the direction is bullish, if you don't have direction, you can only focus on liquidity. If you have the direction, if you have the daily bias, and if you don't know how to find the daily bias, you can check the video on my channel. Okay, when price sweeps the liquidity to the downside, sell side liquidity has been swept. You will look to buy at this area by the lower time frame confirmation. For example, we are using the 5 minutes chart to find the drawn liquidity. Then we will look for the confirmations in the lower time frame like 3 minutes or 1 minute. If we find the lower time frame confirmation like the structure shift in 1 minute or 3 minute time frame, we can buy from here. Our target will be next high, next drawn liquidity to this point, and our stop loss will sit below the low marked by the silver bullet time, the swing low marked by the silver bullet liquidity sweep. We can place the stop loss below 10 pips of this low. The time we can say the London silver bullet has a time 0, we can say the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. It can happen between this one hourly window. It is not necessary that price will target the liquidity in this 1 hour window. The setup may form in this 1 hour window. You can look for the setup to form in this one hourly window. The setup may take time to complete. I mean, setup may take time to hit your target to take liquidity. It can go up to 5 a.m. It can go up to 6 a.m. The setup will form in 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. You have to wait for the setup in this hourly window. Let's just have an examples. Uh, Before going to the live chart, let's discuss a lower uh, bearish, we can say the view of market while silver bullet time. You can see the price is going down, and we have this structure before the London silver bullet, and price opens at this point. At this point, the silver bullet opens at 3 a.m., and we can mark the buy side liquidity at this point, and the sell side liquidity will be this low. Price moves up as our bias is bearish. Price moves up and takes the previous high. When price sweeps the previous high, this is the point where we will be looking for the confirmation in lower time frame like 1 minute or 3 minute. Then after the confirmation, we can sell from this point targeting the previous low. We have the previous low at this point, the 3 a.m. low. Then this will be our target. If we have any low below this low, like the old low on the higher time frame, like the daily time frame or the 4 hourly time frame or a 1 hourly time frame, then we can target that too. So the setup may form between the 1 hourly window. The target may take time to hit. So let's have examples of these London Silver Bullet on the live chart. This is gold XAU USD live chart. I trade and I prefer to gold. That's why I will be giving examples on gold. So this is the live chart of gold on 5 minutes. You can see this blue line. Let me make it bolder. This is basically the 3 a.m. Time. Let me just show you guys that time, because if we see the time, then you can look for the time and mark the silver bullet correctly. So now I think you guys can see the time at the bottom. You can see it's Thursday 4 June 26 3 a.m. time. Okay. At 3 a.m. price opens up here. We have a buy side liquidity resting above this high, and we have a sell side liquidity resting below these lows, and we have a previous, you can say, the PD array here. Price targets the sell side liquidity, hits the previous PD array. Then we can look for the confirmation in this zone at lower time frame like 1 minute. Then we can buy from this point or this point, targeting the buy side liquidity at this point. You can see price has hit our target at this point. So let's have an other example of silver bullet at 3 a.m. As I said earlier, we will be focusing only on the London Silver Bullet in this video. In next video, we will be talking about the NYAM session Silver Bullet. So you can see between these two blue lines, we have a 1 hour window from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Wednesday, 3 June 2026. At 3 a.m. when price opened up here, we have a nearest drawn liquidity to the buy side this area, and we have a nearest drawn liquidity to the sell side at this point. You can see price went up and took the buy side liquidity. After taking the buy side liquidity, price closed below the low and a great rejection candle. We would have a confirmation in lower time frame at this point, like in 1 minute chart, and we could have sell at this area targeting this low. If I draw a selling signal from this area, I mean I want to check the RR risk reward ratio to this low. Yeah, it's a 3.3 1 ratio 3.3 risk reward trade. If you are risking $1, you will be getting $3 on this trade. As we said earlier, that this is an intraday model, and we will be targeting only 50 to 100 pips or 150 pips in this setup. 50 pips is also a great deal if we have a stop loss 20 or 30 pips. Okay, let's have another example of London session silver bullet. At this point, you can see the blue line is indicating the 3 a.m. London silver bullet. Before the 3 a.m., we had a high here, which is buy side liquidity. Price took the buy side liquidity and immediately closed into the previous range here. Then we could have sold here, we could have sold here. Where is our next draw on liquidity? The nearest draw on liquidity is at this point, and the next draw on liquidity is at this point. So if we draw the sell signal, we want to check the uh, risk reward. This is our sell signal, and if we remain only to this previous last low, it is also a 1 ratio 2. I mean, if you are risking $1, you will be getting $2. But if you want to hold this trade for a potential sell, then it could be a 1 ratio 7.6, and it hit the target at 8 a.m. New York time. I mean, 8 a.m. will be the New York opening session. So it was also a great trade. Then next we have London silver bullet at this point at 3 a.m. You this blue line is indicating the 3 a.m. We have a buy side liquidity resting at this point. We have a sell side liquidity resting at this point. Price did not took the buy side liquidity. But what we have here, we have a strong fair value gap at this point. What we discussed, a fair value gap is also a IRL, you can say the internal range liquidity. Price did not break above the fair value gap and price targeted the fair value gap after the 3 a.m. And from the fair value gap, we got so many rejections and confirmation in lower time frame. So here is our sell targeting this low. This was also a great trade. Next, we have at 3 a.m. price opens at this point. The blue line is indicating the 3 a.m. London Silver Bullet. Price opens at this point. We have a buy side liquidity at this high and a sell side liquidity at this low. Price took the sell side liquidity. We could have a confirmation here. We can buy from here targeting previous high. This is also a great trade. And we again price came back to that point. We could have bought from this area and we could have a target at this point. So this was also a great trade. This is how you can trade the silver bullet London silver bullet 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. In this early window. You can look for the price to either take the buy side liquidity or the sell side liquidity. Which liquidity has been taken, you can trade against that liquidity and target next round liquidity. If you have a directional bias, it will be beneficial for you. If you don't have a bias, daily bias, then you can also trade the silver bullet. It can give you good trades. So this is how we will trade the silver bullet. In next video we will be talking about the New York AM silver bullet. I hope you found this video useful, and if you found this video useful, you can comment below, and your questions are welcomed. I will make a video on each your comment. I will try to clear your thoughts, and I wish you good luck for your trades. Take care. Goodbye.